Good morning, Hawaii. We're not in Hawaii, but there's a song that goes like that. My hair's a little, I just took off my bonnet. Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. It's Sunday here. I have some tequeños here because let me tell you about my weekend a little bit. 1 second. Yeah. Friday, I was walking around my college town and I hear some salsa. And I'm like, in my college town? What's going on? So I walk towards the music because anything that I'll do, I'll always walk towards music and walk towards the food. Catch me there, I'll be there. So I walk towards the music and lo and behold, there's like this little block party thing happening. There's a couple booths, people are selling food, and one of the booths has tequeños. And I said, gagged. I was gagged. I go over there, buy some tequeños, living my best life. That day, later on, I met up with my friend to go line dancing. Line dancing. It was either me going there or me staying at home. So I went. This is too good, I'm sorry. One of the things that makes it hard about recreating Venezuelan foods at home is that the cheese here doesn't cheese like the cheese at home. Like, it's just not the same. It's really hard to find a specific cheese that really brings the meal together, but this cheese, she's doing it. Okay, so why am I telling you this story? Well, basically, yesterday I was like, well, let me go around to the same area that I bought this like on Friday to see if I can get some more yesterday. I went, but I went too early because I was just taking my morning walk. I had gone thrifting. I was already in the area. I just wanted to peep and check it out. Wasn't there. I was like, dang, that's sad. Like, the booth was there, no one was there. That's it. But then last night, I was like, you know what, let me just walk around because I've been in my apartment for too long. Like, after I got back from Toronto, I've just been like kind of rotting and sitting in my apartment every day has been the same. And I have been just inside and I'm like, Natasha, you need to be outside because this is summer. The hibernation is in a couple months. Not now. Let's enjoy the weather. So I changed. I was walking around and I heard the salsa again. And I said, beep and for real. I walk so fast. And I make it to the spot and they're doing it again. I guess it was like a little festival that they're having for the weekend. And the same spot was there again. So I bought an even bigger batch so I had some for breakfast for today. So I was at the block party and I was there by myself. Basically, for the longest time, I would stop myself from doing activities because I didn't have no one to go with, or like, oh, they weren't down to do certain activities. And I missed out on a lot of opportunities because I was too scared to go by myself. But then I realized that if I keep waiting around for the perfect people to love every single activity that I do and are down to do every single activity that I do, I'm never going to go anywhere. I'm never going to go anywhere. And I'm not saying I don't have friends that are down to do things with me, because I do. But I like to do things a lot and often and randomly and spontaneously, and sometimes people's schedules doesn't line up with the activities that I want to do. You know what I'm saying? So this year I started to challenge myself to go to things by myself. And even though it's really scary, it's usually the first like 30 minutes to an hour that's the scariest, because everyone's there with like their crew. You know, the whatever function that you're going to is only like warming up, you know, people aren't like vibing yet, you know what I'm saying? And you're just sitting there by yourself and you're in your head because you're like, oh my goodness, I'm here by myself, I don't want to look crazy, whatever, da 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 da. I got dressed, I went for my little evening walk, heard the music, you know, follow the beat, and I got there and there was like a whole bunch of people in this little block party. And I'm like, oh my goodness, this is so fun. The beginning, again, I was a little scared. I was like, oh my goodness, whatever. I got a little treat to keep myself, you know, busy. One of the things that I feel helps me is I have something in my hand or I'm doing something when I go somewhere myself. So if I go to an event, I'll get like a drink or I'll get something to eat. So I have distracted myself and not psyching myself out to like turn around, do a UE and go back home. You know what I'm saying? So I got myself some of it and I'm just like vibing or whatever. And then a live band starts to play all of the songs that I grew up listening to, like my mom was playing when she was cleaning, you know, Saturday cleaning. They were singing all of it. So I'm there. And after music just like caresses my soul, I don't care if I'm by myself or with a group, I will dance. I forget that people are perceiving me and watching me because the music just takes over from my toes all the way to the last hair on my head, and I am dancing and I am vibing, and I just kind of forget that I'm there alone, you know? So I'm dancing, I'm vibing, I'm eating my tequeños, whatever, and then it starts to rain and the band like equipment, I guess, like breaks or something, and everything shuts off and we're like, ah! And I'm like, okay, maybe I should go home. But I just stay there and I'm vibing and whatever. I always give props to people that go up to other people when they know they're by themselves and start conversation. So someone came up to me, we're chatting, whatever. So I was like, okay, I'm a little less lonely now. You know, we're vibing. It's raining. I know, it's just like a good vibe. Then the second band starts to play. And when it comes to dancing, this is obviously, we're dancing salsa. When the music comes on, I am deeply scanning the dance floor to see who's a good dancer. And I can always tell, even with their stationary dance, so I can see who I'm gonna dance with. And I am not afraid to go up to someone and ask them to dance, especially when you're dancing salsa. I will go up to be like, hey, I want to dance, I want to dance, I want to dance. I don't know why it's like that, but if it's like for other things, I cannot. You need to push me to ask someone to do something. That's so funny. Anyways, and I see a couple people that I'm like, I for sure need to dance with you because you're a good dancer. One of the people was standing, I'm like right here, this is the stage, and the guy is standing to my left. But there's so many people, and there's like benches, and it's like a little maze, and it's like packed, that in order for me to ask this person to dance, it's not a casual ask. Because you know, sometimes someone's like on your way that you're doing something, you're like, okay, I'm gonna go this way, I'm gonna ask them to dance. If it doesn't work out, I can keep walking because I have something that I could do at the end, you know, like buy a drink or something like that, you know, play it off. No, for me to ask this person to dance, I had to like say excuse me to about 10 people, hop like a little bench that was in the way, go deep, weave in deep within the crowd, tap him on the shoulder and be like, do you want to dance? And I was like, Natasha, do you want to put yourself through all that? Because I don't care to ask people to dance, but I was like, do I want to put myself through all that to get there to the destination after I hunted and went through the forest and through the jungle and under the sea and, you know, all that stuff? For that person to maybe say like, oh, I don't really want to dance. He was really like dancing on the spot, and I knew that his friends weren't dancers because they were just kind of like on the back, but he was like really getting, the songs would come on, he'd be like, yeah, and then he'd be like da-da-da-da-da on the spot. So I was like, I need to dance with this man because he looks like he's a good dancer. So I said, you know, whatever, if he says no, I'll just turn around and go ask someone else to dance. So I weave through the tundras, through the snowy forest, and I'm going through, and I finally get to him, and I'm like, hey, do you want to dance? And he says yes, and then we dance, and I said, I don't know, there's something about, I'm sorry, every time I go to one of these social events, I'm like, I'm falling in love with someone new. I'm not falling in love with this man, but I'm like, I swear I'm gonna fall in love with someone new every time, because dancing just speaks to me in the deepest way possible, more than words can ever say, and the way this man was dancing, I was like, wow, you're so good, you're so good. And I love that. I love and appreciate that. And I also love when people can teach me new things, like if we're dancing or teaching me a new step, okay, I'm gonna put that in my toolbox. The next time I'm dancing, I pull that and people are like, she's fire. I know. So I'm dancing with this man, and I'm like, first of all, he smells so good. He smells so good. And he's really good dancing. I'm like, wow, what a wonderful time. What a wonderful time. So the song ends, and I'm like, thank you, thank you. And then I keep dancing. I find another person who's really good, like really good. So I dance with him, and he's really good. And I'm like, wow, you're so good. And everyone I speak to in English, so they don't really know that I speak Spanish. And then it's usually midway during the song, they're like, oh, you're like really good at this. And I'm like, ugh. And they're like, oh, and you're singing along to the song, so do you know Spanish? And then I'm from Venezuela, and they're like, and then we're like bonding and whatever. So he was like, oh, you're so good. And I'm like, you're so good. He's like, you're so suave. And I'm like, stop, don't tell me that, because I don't know, even though salsa is something that I learned growing up, it was only as of recently that I actually started like going to classes here and there to learn like actual steps. So I'm like, I get scared asking people to dance because I'm like, oh, they're gonna think like this girl doesn't know what she's doing. She only wants the basic 1-2, little family style 1-2. I want to do the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, yeah, dance with him, whatever. And then that guy that I first danced with that smells really good, I eventually saw him again, and I danced with him another song, and then a different style of dance. So we were dancing salsa, and then some vallenato came on, which is a different style of dance, and we're talking whatever, and he's like, oh, like, do you know how to dance this? And I was like, sir, I don't know how to dance this, sorry. So he's like, okay, let's go. Pulls me to the dance floor, teaches me how to do it. He gives me a 1-2 step tutorial, like right there and then we just start dancing in the middle of the dance floor. And I said, what? I picked it up though. I picked it up. Yeah, I picked it up. Cause I slay like that. Honestly, this whole time it was raining. Everyone's dancing under the rain, all together, like that. It was literally the best thing ever. And then just like the clock strikes 12 Cinderella, this man's friends come to like grab him, whatever. I turn around, he's gone. The only thing I got was his name, that he smells good, he's tall. I'm not gonna give you more information because people on the internet are FBI agents. So I danced the night away, literally the best thing ever. Dancing in the rain, best thing ever. That's just what I wanted to tell you for this morning. I'm going to finish eating my breakfast, and then I'm going to continue getting ready, vlog that around. I don't think I'll vlog at my friend's farm because it's like her farm, privacy and all that, but I'll show you my outfit and all that. I'm doing laundry right now as well. I'll show you as much as the day as I can, and hope you enjoy. Okay, I have showered, and right now I'm going to do my hair and makeup. This has been my makeup corner right now because the lighting is what makes it so good. A question that I get very often on my TikTok is what camera I use when I record my TikTok, because apparently it's like very nice and clear. I've been using the same iPhone 13 Pro Max this entire time. However, I think the secret, not along with getting a camera that's good quality, is lighting. I've been using the exact same phone for the past, I don't know, maybe year on my TikTok, and some videos look way better than others, and it's always the ones that I'm in front of direct natural sunlight that look crisp. It is 11:54, and I need to be at my friend's house at 1, which is in an hour and 6 minutes, and I need a bus there, or maybe catch the Uber. This kid's not looking too bad, so I need to hurry up. I am going to film a TikTok before I go. Actually, I'm gonna try to film 2 TikToks and also make it to my friend's house by 1 o'clock. Sometimes, so, you know, this is definitely my fault because I could have done this with no stress because I had literally all morning to do this. But what did I do for the past 2 hours? I laid on my bed and watched TikToks. Instead of, I should have been working and making TikToks. Slacking! Okay, I need my laptop. I use my laptop too because I film with my back camera. I need to see me. Before I get up, I want to telepathically remember where I put it. It's on the floor over there in the corner. I'm a genius. I opened my laptop and Love Island is literally looking at me right now. See, I didn't know us as content creators could not land a contract, but work with Love Island. And I'm not saying I'm working with Love Island, but Girl Boss Town, GB, you know, the girl that goes stamp of approval. She's currently on a brand trip, and I think Remy is as well. Not Miss Remy Ashton, Remy Joe, I think, on a brand trip with Love Island US. And I was like, oh, you're mugging me off. Like, I want to be there. That's the next goal, guys, and I put it out here first. I'm going to be working with Love Island in some capacity in the future. I need to know. Islanders, it is time to make your decision. Or are you going to choose to be in a new couple? Oh my dice. It's early days, isn't it? It's early days. Okay, let's get this show on the road. Today we're gonna attempt to do this look. This one's giving me dale don dale. You know, this is I'm learning how to do it. What's the intro? I'm attempting another. Today we're gonna attempt this makeup look. I'm learning. Ooh, I can't speak. Starting with the Pore Eclipse Mattifying Primer. Currently mid TikTok 1. So right now I'm gonna film a makeup TikTok, or like me doing my makeup, and then the other one is gonna be, I thought it was gonna be me picking my outfit, but I don't have all the things that I need / want for my outfit component, so I think I might make it something else because I don't want to put like half an outfit on, you know, if I feel like the main piece that I'm missing I don't have. I thought I had track pants, but I don't. I just have a track jacket. So this is making me really sad because it was for the aesthetic of the makeup kind of went with the outfit that I wanted to go for, and I realized that I don't have all the pieces for it. And I don't have jorts either. I thought I did, but I left them in my parents' house in Cali. Okay, I'm gonna put on falsies right now, but I'm gonna try to put them underneath my lash line because I usually do it on top, so that's gonna be scary. Not scary, but hopefully it goes well. No, because now I'm all ready to go looking cute, and this is the shortest vlog ever because I need to go. I don't know if I'll continue it tonight. I have returned from the farm. I saw tobacco, I saw soy, I saw rye, I saw mums, these little flowers. It's actually should be one illegal how dirty my room is. Like, I cleaned it last time, but you know when you go like this? No, but I actually need to clean. It's actually disgusting. Actually disgusting. There's stuff everywhere. So we're actually gonna do that. Put the frick fracks back. I call these frick fracks, like these little things that get in the way. It looks cute, but it's like all up in my eyes all day. It needs to be cleaned. It's bad. I need to do laundry so bad. It's actually like it should be taken up in the court of law. So I'm just gonna fold the stuff that I threw. over here that's clean, put that back in my dresser, but I need to start a pile of laundry. But before I start my pile of laundry, I need to do like a little sweep around the room to make sure I didn't leave anything dirty that needs to be put in like a little category. I also have noticed through the many roommates that I've had is that my cleanliness depends on the messiness of my roommate, if that makes sense. So because it's my first time having like a non-shared space, my room, or also like my past room, disaster, because I'm a messy person. I am a messy person. But the room that I lived in Hawaii, because I shared the actual room with someone, my side was most of the time, like 90% of the time, tidy, because you know, I'm in this space with someone else. I need to respect the tidiness. I don't want my room to look like a crazy, you know, thing going on. But also there's this one time, this is another house that I lived in when I was in Hawaii. My roommate was so messy that my room kind of looked like no one lived there. Everything was always perfect because I just couldn't stand her mess. Like, we can't both be messy. One of us has to be messy, one has to be clean. And because she was the messy one, I need to be the clean one. But reality, true to heart, I'm the messy one. I'm always the messy one. Everything that happens in here seems like someone like suitcase like fell overboard and threw up. But outside is clean because, you know, that's a shared space and I need to respect people's space. This is where we clean together. Like, if you have a corner in your room that's like really messy, this is my motivation to you to pick up and, like, as I'm talking and you're watching this, you know, you're watching, you're cleaning, you're watching, you're cleaning, you know, we're doing this together. And just like that, area 1 is done. See, it wasn't rocket science. It wasn't that hard. You're sitting with your outside clothes on the bed. I'm doing, this is the last wash. I'm literally doing laundry to do this right now. I would not do this in another scenario, but because I'm literally washing these sheets after I get off, I can sit here. I wanted to know like what kind of YouTube videos you guys wanted to see. I don't think I've ever asked. I think I just kept getting requests of like, you should do YouTube, you should do YouTube, all around the time that I was, you know, decorating my room and stuff. But then after that ended, I was like, oh, now that ended, what do we do? Somehow, I always tend to hoard a little kitchen. Is my elbow dry? No, it's my skin. A little kitchen corner in my room. My plant needs to be watered. She does. So I'm gonna go and restock the kitchen with all the stuff I hoarded throughout the week. Now I'm in this little corner where I've been doing my little get ready with me's makeup videos in the morning because the lighting here is just so much better. So I'm like, let's give quality production. So right now I am finishing my 3rd semester of nursing school. I wanted to finish sooner, but then I realized if I wish for it to finish sooner, that means that summer is over sooner. And that's not what I want, because winter here, girl, I don't want to do that again. Yet I have to. So it's like I'm in between this funk where I'm trying to find fun things to do during the weekdays, be outside as much as possible. I realized that I was staying inside a lot. I mean, last weekend I was out, but then returning home, I was like, oh, I need to leave out. I need to go outside, because the entire first few days when I got back from my trip, I was inside. And I was bored. And then I realized, girl, it's summer, it's hot outside, you can go outside. You can go outside. So this weekend, I tried to romanticize my college town a tad bit more. And I've been outside every day. Not outside like, we outside. More like, we're outside in the environment, not in my apartment. But now I'm realizing that in order for me to make most of it of these next 3-ish weeks left of the semester, but also enjoy summer, but it's also school time, I need to be outside doing some stuff. That's the goal, to find things to do to entertain myself, also be outside as much as possible, so I have all winter to be inside. All winter to do that. Oh, 1 second, I look cute. Has your house cleaner ever looked this good? I mean, I'm not your house cleaner, but you know what I mean? So I need to do that. I realize that I'm hard on myself, but I really just am hard on myself because I know I have like potential to achieve things and like achieve personal goals that I have for myself. And when I was doing my July mood board thing that I do on my TikTok, I was looking back at the goals that I made for 2023 in the new year, and kind of, you know, putting myself in check to see, am I on the, you know, pathway to do that? Am I going to be achieving these things for the end of the year? Will I be able to say check, 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 and be like proud of all my accomplishments? So I was like, girl, some of these you're slacking off a little bit. You're slacking off, but at the same time I'm like, am I being too hard on myself? And it's good to have all these goals and stuff, because then you know, keep yourself on your toes. You're always trying to go for the next big thing, and then sometimes I'm like, where do I draw the line between me trying to go to the next big thing and me trying to like not drive myself crazy that I'm not achieving the next big thing, you know? Like there needs to be a fine line, a middle. And I'm just like, I don't know, vibes. I don't know what that fine line is, but at the same time, I want to achieve all these things that I put on my board. So right now I'm in like this weird limbo of trying to quantify the goals, hit the goals by a certain time for the rest of the year to make sure that I am able to achieve them within the rest of the year. I've been seeing a lot of people doing like, in this next 6 months I'm going to change my life, turn it around, and that's the vibe that I'm feeling like. I feel like I need to end with a bang. Like 2023 has been so good so far, but I need to like have a little 180 and be like, 180 is like this. And just be bigger and better. I'm trying to, you know, do well at school and excel and like nourish and keep my friendship strong and just like dig a little deeper, but at the same time career-wise, because I have like, you know, 2 careers. I have the social media thing that we got going on, real cute, but also like, you know, the nursing career that I'll eventually do later on. Because social media is not like clock in, clock out, sometimes I can get like a little lazy and be like, oh, woke up a little later, not recording videos on time, post late, and kind of slack off. So I feel like this week my goal is going to be to have a better schedule because I will be doing online school for the rest of the semester. So it's up to me, my job and my duty, to set kind of a schedule for myself. Make it like, you take it seriously. Like this is how I pay for this is how I pay for school, you know? Take it seriously and be like, let's get these collaborations going, let's set this up, let's network, let's do all this stuff. When I think of like numbers and the numbers that I want to achieve by the end of this year, it can align because of the work I put in. There's that one quote is like, insanity is doing the same thing, expecting different results. Something like that. So I gotta put that into action and work so I can, you know, get good and get all these things that I want to say. Like, I can't say I want these things and not do the things in order to achieve these things, or not do the things I think I should do to achieve the things. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, that makeup corner, all this stuff has been brought to my room. So the next thing, I'm going to sort my laundry. Not only do I gotta sort through the basket, but everything else overflowing. The basket said, not too much now. Not too much. Work ethic and achieving things I want to do. I feel like this past week, I was in a funk and I already have funked it out, got it out of my system, and now it's time to like pick up the slack. It's very important to feel the feelings and all the things and all the dismotivation, all that stuff. We're human, it's gonna happen. But, you know, at the end be like, okay, that was, okay, I gave you a second, feel it out, do your thing, but now let's get to work. By all this I'm saying is that we gotta get on our Zoom. We gotta get on our Zoom, because you can't be having all these thoughts and dreams and not get on your Zoom. You can't be thinking all this stuff and just be not doing the things that you need to do to achieve it. And I don't know, sometimes you need to talk it out with your friends, talk it out loud, you know, talk it out with your friends, have a little accountability session. One of my friends, we used to, and I'm gonna call her up again because we should be doing this again. We would have this goal setting meeting. We would sit there, vibe music on, put music on the back, and then write down everything that we wanted to achieve, share with each other, and then like check in and keep ourselves accountable. So I'm gonna hit her up and be like, yeah girl, we need to do that again, because sometimes however it takes for you to get that motivation, do it. It doesn't matter if it's weird for someone else the way they get motivation, as long as you're getting it and achieving the things you want to do, it doesn't matter, because it's working. These are the other piles of laundry, but over here I have a bunch of boxes. I've been putting off breaking my boxes and bringing them down because I need to bring them down all the way to the first floor. Weeks. It's gonna take me 2 seconds. So I'm gonna grab my scissors, I'm gonna grab my boxes and then break them down when I'm downstairs. The other thing I need to do is break down my big boxes from all this furniture stuff that I have here. It's all sitting in my office. The office that's non-existent, that has still a desk in a box I need to build. That office. Boxes have been broken down, brought downstairs. All that I have out there is the piles of clothes. And now, the part that I'm dreading the most, cleaning my bathroom. We'll start in steps. Step 1, take out the trash. I just think it's funny how we put off a task for so long, and then we do the task and we're like, oh, that's all. My senior dance in my art school that I attended was that song. And it was like really, not weird, but it was like, it was different than what we were used to. So it was, everything was like small movements. It was like, very rainy girl. It was definitely different. Also, if any of you guys are ex-competitive dancers, tap in, let me know. Because part of me would just love to dance and perform just one last time on that stage, slay it on stage, and then be at adjudication with my friends. And for first place, we have My Boyfriend's Bag. Whoa. And then we go up and get our prize. I don't know, I love that. Jazz solo H22. Natasha with She's Got Moves. Boom. I don't know, that would be so much fun. I miss that. We have next, senior small group 3 in the category, starting with She's Got Rhythm. Ooh, girl, that was some fun times. Fun times. When our studio did production, it was like musical theater production. For my senior year, we did Glee, and what was my name of the character? I was one of like the leads, because it was like senior year, so all the leads were mostly like the seniors graduating. And I remember I had a number, so I was like the main girl singing, and everyone was like, we were all dancing together, so it was like, I wanna put, and there was these stairs. They were like tiny, and I needed to, you know, do my little performance while giving them swag while coming down the stairs while also not tripping. Just looking at you. And I was like singing this, like lip syncing. One time we were on stage, we were singing, it's a musical theater production. So our production meant like most of the studio was in it. For us, our whole studio was in it. So there was 100 kids on stage out any given time on this dance competition stage. And we're doing our thing. Again, our theme is Glee, so we're all singing. One competition, we're singing, the music shuts off. But again, our performance is about singing. So because we've been practicing singing this whole time, not that we were, you know, the best singers and we were in tune, but we just kept doing the performance as we were singing and doing our thing, and everyone was like clapping and whatever, and then they like let us do it again from the beginning after they fixed the, you know, technical difficulty. But I thought it was so funny because it was like, our musical, or like our performance, is literally about singing kids, and the music shut off and we just kept going. The show kept going on, everyone kept on beat, we kept singing, and then the crowd was cheering. That was a good sign. Anyways, I am proud of the cleaning process that we made. We did it. It was much needed though. It was much needed because this room was nasty. I still need to wash my sheets. I probably should have started with that because I'm going to bed soon. However, my camera's gonna die, so I have to say goodbye before it shuts off.